They'll start on the ground with Swift. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Lions at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they should feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now Allen. From the left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Allen going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going deep for Brown. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted.
Jose Borregales set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Take it in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Borregales now on for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league, when coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now stands at 13. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
This is Swift on the counter, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action, now it's Tua. Steps away. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He's got this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
So the completion good for just 3, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Allen now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch partner for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Allen. That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Tua. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It's second and inches at the 14-yard line.
On second and inches, Tua. Touchdown! DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen eluding the pressure right. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, then. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 29. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Muscle burst right there.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tua Tagovailoa. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. He's at the 50. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer move. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams.
Ready. 52 blast. Strike. Right. Ready. Go. Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Okay, ready?
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Shot. 17. Go.
Now Tua. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Tua now on first down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
52. 38.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Allen going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he'll let this one go deep for Chart. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10. Allen, quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marquise Brown, 43 yards. And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
First down.
2 now on first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tua. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
11 more yards.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw again on second down. Tua connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 37 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Lions 46.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
2 yards on the play. First down, Minnesota.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.